Hey guys, so this is Moldir's Kids Translation and Preliminary Analysis. She's a support unit and a support for Ultimate. And she has +1 AP, which is very similar to Flutterpage. So I believe she will be a core team in the Ultimate team, right? So to understand her kit, let us look at her insight first. Insight 1, when an ally consumes Moxie, Moldir receives War Preparation. At the start of the turn, depending on the stack of War Preparation, trigger the following effect. So this War Preparation, I felt, is just like Mercuria's Cosmic Energy, right? But instead of when rank incantation is used, it is if an ally consumes Moxie. So we do not know yet how many rounds that this war preparation will last, but basically after a lot of character uses ultimate or you periodically use ultimate, then you can sustain the high stack of war preparation so that she will trigger 3 effects, right? So at the first tier, Mind of One's Own, then Tactical Deployment, and then Armory Renovation. So Mind of One Own is just immune to Disconcert. The second one is increased damage by ultimates. And third is increased crit rate and then convert crit rate to crit damage. And even though it's not mentioned here, but I think this is a party effect. So the effect is on her, but she provides it to the party, just like what Mercuria does. Now, for her skill, destroy the parts. Single relative damage after attacking, inflict passion drain, and gain continuous action 1. So even with just continuous action 1, it will already be very good. But now she also does passion drain so that your character get Moxie faster. So if you want to compare, she will be like the Flutterpage, right? And Moldir will be the core team for all out team. And for her S2, Man the Future, self counter, so she enters counter, so again enemy has to be attacking. Then you get self gain war preparation when under Mind of One's Own, gain attack and defend, otherwise gain lightning strike. So attack and defense, if an ally is attacked, she will repulse with an ultimate. And if she's not in that status, then lightning strike, she will trigger destroy the past, which is the one that grants her +1 AP as well as inflicting passion drain on the enemy. So I'm a little bit confused here because I felt like if it's based on Mind of One Own, which is the first tier of the stack buff, then it will be very easy to trigger ultimate, which I think is like pretty broken. And I think it should be the third one, which if you achieve the Armory Renovation, then you will get attack and defense. Otherwise, you will get lightning strike. It would make sense if it's that, or else you'll be doing ultimate every round like for free, which doesn't really make sense to me. All right, but I'm not sure if the translator is actually here because he or she did drop by in the previous video. So if you are here, it would be great if you can let us know. Yeah. So anyway, I do think it's the third one, Armory Renovation. And basically, if S2 can also trigger S1, all you need to use is S2. You don't have to bother about the other the S1 incantation. All right. And for her ultimate, a returner never lost again. So it's a mass relative damage to all enemy and all allies, right? Gain ceremonious critical damage. If ult is released actively, deal extra relative damage to all enemies. If it's released because of the repause, okay, depending the stack of war preparation. So again, it should be higher stack, right? Because now it depends on the stack of war preparation. If it's on a lower tier, then she have lower stacks. So anyway, allies receive extra stacks of ceremonious and self receive dogma, which is actually similar to ceremonious. It increases the ultimate might, which is the ultimate damage. So let us watch the clip from the live stream, and I got to really slow it down. So here, Moldir is using her counter, right? She's using a counter, and I believe she should have the basic stack of the war preparation. Recoleta is using ultimate. So it doesn't do that much damage, maybe 10 or 20%. So here, Moldir counters. And that should be the skill one, not the ultimate, right? And now you have 5 AP. Okay, so here they are going to use a lot of Moldir's ultimate in order to stack up the ultimate might. Okay, so this is Moldir's ultimate. So which means here she will be stacking up on her ultimate might for the entire party. Is it ultimate might or is the ultimate damage dealt? Whichever it is. But basically she raise up everyone's ultimate damage. And here she enter repulse again. I mean the attack. Yeah, repulse and then she attacks. And the enemy will be attacking the party. And now she trigger ultimate. So just now she have been using like 2 ultimate and Milana using ultimate. So I believe that would increase the War of Preparation stacks. So now she's at tier 3. So this, which is why she counters with an ultimate. Okay. And here we have it again. Now after so many ultimate that Moldir use, Recoleta's doing ultimate, and it kills the enemy direct instantly in like that's like 50% of the enemy's HP. So I believe a rotation is that you just kept using S2. S2 will trigger S1, and then you get Moxie. By the time you get high preparation, war preparation, then she will cast ultimate using her repulse. So in that case, you still want to use S2. Then finally, when her out is ready, you might want to use S1, then only out, right? Because I believe that her S1 should only give her 1 turn for plus 1 AP unless you have her P1. So which means you want to be using S1 every round. But since S1 is triggered when S2, as a repulse for S2, so just kept using S2. Okay, until your out is ready, then you use S1 and S2, maybe. Okay, it depends. If you are going to trigger repulse using S2, which means that turn you also need to use S1. So overall, the team, I just put one of each flavors for DPS ultimate, like Noir, Hisabeth, Recoleta, Lilia, Anjo Nala as well. Probably if the out damage dealt is really high with Melania and then Anjo linked to one of them, they could trigger ultimate very frequently. I was thinking if you can link to like Shemaine, right? And then it will give the Moxie around and they can do it even more frequently. However, here I still don't see like there is a healer that is out base. Like what I mean like a healer out base is the healer provide out damage as well and also heals the team. Right? So maybe we will get that in the future or one of the Euphoria will be featured on that. Yeah, so basically that's all for her analysis. I'm really excited for her kit as well. Initially, I thought when I see Nautica, I would like, Moldir will be sidetracked. But no, she seems to be like the core for Ultimate team. And seems to be very important too. Alright, so thank you very much for watching and have a good day.